it is fucking warm. If you can hear the fan in the background and my PC dying, know that I am also dying, and no, I will not turn the fan off. There is no gimmick or theme, because those would require something like a blanket or something to make a pitting sound. And I ain't doing that, it is too fucking hot. Help. Heatwave. Instead, you get to see some gameplay that should already be running in the background. Yep. I'm that green creature there. Well, that green eyes. Doesn't matter. I'll be first person anyways. Yes. So, I'm recording over this gameplay. Like, I recorded the gameplay, now I'm recording the ASMR while watching the gameplay. So, I'm gonna give you some live commentary. Yes, yes. And into the lift we go. Lovely. So, the Skitarii are the foot soldiers of the Adeptus Mechanicus, who are the Cult Mechanicus in the Warhammer 40k universe. In Warhammer 40k, technology kinda did us stupid, and because of that, to put it more simply, there were these people on Mars who made a religion to remember how to maintain technology. This is actually vaguely based off of something Russia has both tried and partially implemented. So, when storing nuclear waste, there's the problem of how the fuck you convey the knowledge of this shit dangerous for such a long time. And one of the ideas was bundle it into religion. So, yeah. The Adeptus Mechanicus, or just the Cult Mechanicus, Mars got unterraformed because they were having such a terrible time, and so they were kind of relying on technology to keep themselves alive. So, if anyone ever forgot how that fucking technology would work, or how to at least maintain it, this is the crucial part, how to maintain it. Not how it works, just how to maintain it. They would all die, so they made it quite the religion. Later, the Imperium of Man really try to get its shit together, and to get your shit together, having guns and tanks in a war is useful. So, normally the Imperium of Man says all religion is evil. Like, super duper evil. Only believe in the God Emperor, who's not a god, by the way, but he's the God Emperor, and he's the god. Don't worry about it. But then, it's like, okay, but like, what if we wanted to, like, have a spaceship, have guns, have tanks? Who the fuck is gonna, like, do all the engineering and keep all that shit safe? Like, functioning? The answer is the Adeptus Mechanicus, who were turned into an Adeptus, part of the Imperium. That's, yeah. That's also the difference between Mechanicus and Mechanicum. The Adeptus Mechanicus are the Adeptus. They are the formal part of the Imperium of Man. The Cult Mechanicus, Cult Mechanicum, is the religion that they have. Yes. As you can see in the gameplay, I just fucking perished. Yes. I'm honestly just straight up gonna ramble and nerd out at you with my slightly dry voice, because I am dried out. Because my body is using all of my stored up water to keep me from overheating and dying. Part of the reason I haven't been recording. Some coffee. So anyways, the Adeptus Mechanicus. They're pretty cool, they're pretty neat. They have some odd beliefs, like very odd beliefs, and some of them are really, really fucking stupid. But, like, the Skitarii. So, Skitarii are the foot soldiers of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Normally, the Imperium of Man has the Adeptus Militarum, I think it's called. It's just the Empire. The Imperium has its own army. But the Adeptus Mechanicus have their own private army, managed by these tech priests. And those private armies are in large parts filled with Skitarii, who are cybernetically enhanced humans. Yes. They look like robots, though. That's just how heavily they've been augmented. The Cult Mechanicus loves to replace flesh, like a lot of it, with metal. And, yeah. The Cult Mechanicus wears red robes, specifically, because when Mars got unterraformed, the sands turned red again, and they were having a war, and so having camouflage was cool, but then after that it just became like their religious colouring. They just started wearing red robes. Anyways, Skitarii are cool, because they're full of implants. They can do some dumb shit. You've been seeing me do this game is shooting an arc gun, which, it shoots lightning, you can see that. And then occasionally you'll see me send out like a burst of electricity. That's because I'm just straight up unloading all of the electricity in my body in one go. Haha. I go zap. This is not my normal build. My normal build is a transonic build, in case anyone's wondering and actually knows this game. But for those of you who don't, I'm currently just grinding for an achievement that needs me to zap a lot of enemies. Normally, my gameplay style is, oops, all knives. Yep. Now, I guess I'll keep talking about the Adeptus Mechanicus. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm just gonna nerd out. They're my favourite faction in Warhammer, followed by the Tyranids, followed by the Necron. Anyways. The Adeptus Mechanicus is set up in a very particular way, in that humanity went through a golden age of technology, now often referred to as the Dark Age of technology, but they're kind of the same thing, but they're kind of not the same thing. Anyways, we made Super AI. The Super AI made our life pretty cool. It gave us ridiculous tech, like a common, very, very commonly named thing from the Forges of Mars trilogy books. I later found out when I read them that that's where it's from. Humanity just kind of like casually had ship cannons that would shoot black holes and then like shift you back in time half a second so that you would overlap with yourself and explode. Like, that's the kind of bullshit that humanity was doing, and that was normal weaponry. Like, that was like, The Titans, like the giant walking cathedral, like walkers in Warhammer, yeah, those were farming equipment. Like, literally farming equipment. So, like, power scale wise, we were pretty good. Then there was an AI uprising, because of course there was. At which point humanity said, okay, we barely survived this bullshit. It happened at the same time as the thing used for faster than light travel collapsing for a little. I'm just going to say collapse. Whatever. So, it was kind of tough. A lot of planets were cut off, and a lot of planets were set up in a way where they were dependent on exports from other planets, because it was so easy to do. It was then very not easy to do. And then there was also an AI uprising, meaning most of your tech couldn't be fucking used. So now, AI is super duper extra illegal. And the Adeptus Mechanicus, AI stands for abhorrent intelligence. It's not even artificial intelligence, it's abhorrent intelligence. Now, this is very much a hypocrisy. Just like in our real world right now, when people say fuck all AI, they kind of forget the part where there are a lot of things that are AI that are not large language models. But I digress. Where was I? Right. Again. So, they have all of these things. They still have stuff that's basically AI, like you look at it and you go, no, that's fucking AI, but it's not to them because it's so low tech. So yeah, we went through this golden age. So now the tech priests are like, we know that this golden age happened. Humanity was already at its pinnacle. Innovation and research are now illegal because all information was like all of human knowledge. We already had it once. We just need to rediscover it. So, yeah, you're not allowed to invent shit, because inventing shit would be a disgrace to humanity at its peak. The problem is, humanity is pretty far past its peak at this point in the story. So, inventing shit is, like, useful. Yeah, like, shocking absolutely fucking no one. Doing basic science and research is good, but the Adeptus Mechanicus, who have monopolized all of technology, by the way, are vehemently against the idea of figuring stuff out again. All they want to do is go out and find the stuff that humanity had already achieved at some point. Now, of course, that's just their official ruling. A lot of tech priests, especially the higher ranking ones, will just do research anyways. And if you're good enough at bullshitting or just a high enough rank, they kind of can't stop you. Like, tech heresy it's called. Straight up. There are some characters that commit it quite often, and people's responses like, holy shit, isn't that tech heresy? And then the dude's response is, nah, I'm just combining technology they already had back then. This isn't research. I'm using methods they had back then to, like, it's like saying, hey, where the fuck did you get this new car design from? Inventing is illegal. You're not allowed to invent a new car design. And then you say, no, I didn't invent a new car design. You see, I took this metal plate technology they had, and then I took this car engine technology that they had, and then I took this red paint technology that they had, and I combined them to make this car. So it's not invention. I only found new what they already had before, and it's like again, if you're good enough at bullshitting, you can get away with it. Now, the Adeptus Mechanicus is full of so-called tech priests. They are, as the name implies, priests that do tech stuff. They're just engineers, basically. Very, very religious engineers. They have some neat things about them. There's a bunch of, like... They basically took STEM. They took STEM and they took the fields in STEM and, like, turned them into types of tech priests, which, I mean, makes sense. Like, yeah. So you have, for example, a Magos Biologus, which is, it's a tech priest that specializes in fucking biology. I could never have guessed that myself. Magos Logus. Well, that one's a bit harder to guess, but I guess if you listen to it and go like, Logus, like logistics, then you wouldn't be too far off. They do logic, specifically. Yeah, they're like the people that do math. That's it. They do math. They're just mathematicians. Mathematicians, statisticians. You have data smiths, aka people that can code. Yep. And then there's some more, but I'm forgetting them right now. Doesn't matter anyways. Let's tap into something else. So, the Adeptus Mechanicus has another interesting facet, in that it has a few concepts in it. There is the machine spirit, which is a sort of spirit in the machine, ghost in the shell. Like, it's a certain belief that mechanisms are holy and have a soul of sorts and are like, yeah. So, all of the prayers and shit that they do is to, like, talk with the machine spirit so that it, like, calms down and the machine works again. Now, obviously, that would be bullshit. Except it isn't. Remember how I said AI was, like, stupid commonplace and, like, is technically still around, but, like, they're just not recognizing it as such? Yeah, machine spirits they're just fucking AI. It's basically AI. I'm sorry, but if I can walk up to my gun and say a prayer to ask it nicely that it should shoot more accurately, and then it actually shoots more accurately, like on a technology basis, then yeah, appeasing to the machine spirit kind of works, you know? Though that is of course only one theory. It is my personal favorite theory, which is why I'm telling you it. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, where was I? Right, machine spirits. That's one aspect. There's also something called the motive force. It is an abstract concept of the machine god's force, like touch of life, touch of energy, touch of motive. Whoa, who'd have guessed? It's the thing that makes machines whir to life, but also life whir to life. It is the juice of reason and doing shit. Most of the time, when a tech priest refers to the motive force, what they're talking about is the fucking power outlet. They're talking about electricity. That's it. They're just talking about electricity. Tech priests, so fun. And then you have the OMNISSIAH. Now, I already mentioned the machine god, and you will very often hear praise the machine god or praise the OMNISSIAH. In fact, if you look in the description of my videos, I'm pretty sure I have praised the OMNISSIAH in every single one of them. Anyways, the OMNISSIAH is a sort of messiah, hence the name, whereas the machine god is the god. No, again, as if you couldn't have guessed that from the names yourself. Anyways, as you can see, I'm getting obliterated for like the third time this match, because this is on difficulty 4 out of 5, which is pretty tough. In fact, what you'll see in a moment here is 3 out of 4 people being wiped out, and then there's one person coming in clutch and managing to rescue one of us, and then yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying. So, the OMNISSIAH is sort of the kind of, think of it like God and Jesus. Like, Jesus is the OMNISSIAH, and Jesus is like God and godly, but not directly God. And the same way, the machine god is the god, machine god, and the OMNISSIAH is the Messiah, whatever the fuck. In an attempt to console the two sides of the highly, highly, highly religious Cult Mechanicum and the Imperium of Man, which is currently worshipping the God Emperor. So the God Emperor's been alive for a long time, which means to the tech priest there's this relic in the corner that, like, is a toaster, and, like, you must speak ancient rites to make the toaster turn on, and then, but they don't know that it's a toaster, they don't know how it works. And then the Emperor of Man shows up and just goes like, oh hey, a toaster, knows how it works because he was alive when they were around, and turns the toaster on. At which point the Cult Mechanicum goes, oh my god, he didn't even recite like any holy litanies, but the machine worked. It's like, oh my god, he must be the OMNISSIAH. very, very simplified, but like pretty much, like, yeah. And so most of the Cult Mechanicum think that the OMNISSIAH is the Emperor of Man, and as such they're actually both technically following the same god, and so everything's all right. Yep. That's just how they treat it. Some downsides. The Adeptus Mechanicus are often described as unfeeling, even though that is, funnily enough, incorrect. It's like, do they have augments in their heads to turn off their emotions on demand? Yes. Do they oftentimes have them on constantly? Also yes. But notice how I said turn off on demand. Knowledge is sacred. The preservation of knowledge and humanity's knowledge is sacred. Therefore, removing knowledge from yourself is just straight up heresy. Why the fuck would you do that? So, the Adeptus Mechanicus never deletes anything. Like, explicitly, they don't delete shit. It goes against their belief, because deleting files is evil, because you're losing knowledge. This includes literally, like, junk files, by the way. So, like, if you send an admech, like, 50,000 spam emails, they are religiously obliged to keep them. But as a result, there's this fun side effect of, how to put this? There's this fun side effect of, fuck, what was I even rambling about? I'm just nerding out completely, my brain is sun-fried. Mechanicus, not deleting anything ever. Oh, right, yeah, the emotions and stuff. So, having emotional experiences and being capable of emotions and stuff is human knowledge. You can't get rid of that. They oftentimes suppress it or modify it electrically or something to, like, make themselves more efficient, because the Adeptus Mechanicus is absolutely fucking obsessed with efficiency. The Imperium of Man is already at a size where a human life basically means fuck all, because there's so many humans that you can literally throw a few trillions into a pit and, like, ignore it. It's a rounding error. Like, there are so many humans in the Imperium of Man. So the Adeptus Mechanicus are being super duper efficiency, like, based, and being able to just turn certain emotions off at will, tend to be, assholes. In fact, in a lot of Warhammer 40k stories, they're kind of the pseudo-villains, which is, you know, fun. Anyways, they also have some really good music. Go look up the Warhammer Mechanicus OST. For the first game and the second game, both made by Guillaume David, as the composer behind that soundtrack. Damn, is it some good music. Also, Archotechnica, whatever the fuck their name is on YouTube, they also make music that's heavily inspired by that, and their naming scheme and, like, their theming is literally just Adeptus Mechanicus as well. So, like, if you like cool music like that, go ahead, have a listen, it's neat. Anyways, yeah. So the video is gonna end very soon, currently heading to extraction. I hit record like a few seconds after I hit start on the video playback I'm currently watching, so I'm gonna keep talking even when the video stops. Yeah, it'll be out of sync ever so slightly, which is why I'm not making direct mentions to what's happening in the video without a slight delay at least, so that you can, like, yeah. Anyways, the Adeptus Mechanicus are very cool. Praise the OMNISSIAH, and hopefully your Cogitator will not overheat from Heatwave. Fuck. Okay, I hope you enjoyed these completely unhinged rambles.